Hey guys, it's Perek, and today we'll be looking at the horror thriller film Don't Breathe. The film begins with a kidnapping, as a man is dragging a woman through a street. In a house robbery, the trio, Rocky, Alex, and Money, are taking loot. Once finished, they leave, smashing the window behind them, activating the house alarm. In the car, Rocky and Money talk about their hope to move to California. Alex is upset that Rocky is going and is not returning. Rocky asks Alex to join, but Alex declines, stating that he wants to stay with his father. As Alex returns back home, he goes into his dad's room, returning the keys he used for the robbery. As he leaves, the screen shows that his father is a police officer. Money goes to their fence to sell their loot, frustrated that their fence keeps undervaluing their loot. The fence offers Money a tip to where he can find more loot. In a cafe, he tells that a Gulf War veteran has $300,000 in cash in his house. Alex states that the large sum of money could get them and his dad into big trouble. Rocky tries to convince him, stating that this could be their last robbery they ever do. Alex, who's unconvinced, leaves the room. As Alex sits on his bed, he receives a message from Rocky, stating that she needs to get her out of here. Alex researches more on the veteran. Meanwhile, in Rocky's home, she complains about how little money they have. Her abusive mother insults her. As she talks to her sister Diddy, she receives a text from Alex, accepting to do the robbery. She asks Diddy to join her going to California. She accepts. Money scouts around the neighborhood. In the car, Alex asks about Rocky's new tattoo of a ladybug. She says she's had a bad childhood and she cried so often her mum would lock her in the trunk with only a ladybug, keeping her company, making her feel safe. Alex replies, stating that he wants to go to California with them. As Money returns, he states that all the houses around are abandoned, and the veteran rarely leaves his house. Suddenly, a dog appears on the window, barking and scaring them. The veteran calls his dog away. They learn that he is blind. At night, the gang approaches the house. Money places sleeping medicine in the food and throws it to the dog. Money attempts to open the front door, but it does not work. Moving to the back door, they discover that it cannot be opened. Money tries to open the basement door, but it is also locked. Rocky gets the idea to break through the window and crawl through. Alex gives her a device to turn off the alarm system. She breaks the window and enters the house. She drops down into the bathroom, hearing beeping sounds from the alarm getting louder and quicker. She moves through and deactivates it. As she moves out, she is startled to find pictures of a young girl framed. She opens the back door for the two. They remove their shoes to reduce their sound. They notice a bell on the ceiling. They all open drawers, looking for the loot. Money goes upstairs. Money sees the veteran asleep to a girl on TV. He prepares a sleeping gas bottle. Suddenly, the veteran is sitting upright, staring at him. Money freezes. He turns off the TV and goes back to sleep. Money puts a sleeping gas bottle, making the room gas up. Returning to the trio, he informs them that the veteran is asleep. Noticing there is a large lock on the basement door, they assume the loot is hidden in there. He hits the lock but discovers it is too strong. As a last resort, he gets out his gun, which agitates Alex. Money shoots the lock, causing Alex to leave. As the two open the door, the veteran appears. Money points his gun, warning him not to move. Although, as he moves closer, the veteran overpowers him. He equips his gun and kills Money, while Rocky watches. Rocky hides in the closet, Alex, who hears another gunshot, comes back. He hides in the bathroom underneath a sink as the veteran is repairing the window. Leaving, he enters the closet. While Rocky hides, she witnesses him opening a safe to check his loot. As he leaves, Alex receives a text from Rocky stating that money has been shot and she is hidden in the closet. He walks to the closet, finding Rocky as they hide. She opens the safe, finding the loot. She takes it all. They plan to escape through the basement door. As they leave, the veteran enters the room of the two. He drags Money's body away. Alex accidentally makes a noise. The veteran stops, realizing there is someone in the room. He points his gun at the two. Luckily, Money's phone buzzes. He shoots the ground and deactivates the phone. Rocky and Alex evade him, going down the ladders and entering the basement. Meanwhile, the veteran, he smells Rocky's and Alex's shoes and realizes there are more intruders in the house. As he returns to the closet, he finds the safe empty. Suddenly, Alex and Rocky find a restrained and gagged pregnant woman. She runs at them, indirectly ringing the bell, allowing the veteran to know where they are. She reveals to them she is Cindy Roberts, the woman who killed the veteran's child. She points at the safe. Alex opens it, revealing keys to freeing her. They flee, leaving through the door. Alex attempts to open the storm cellar. Suddenly, the veteran opens the cellar, shooting at them. He kills Cindy. As the two stand away from the veteran, he breaks down and cries in distress over Cindy's body. Alex and Rocky run away. He shuts off the lights, plunging the basement into darkness. After a blind chase and struggle, Alex gets caught. He's chokeholded. He flips the cabinet over, knocking out the veteran. They both regroup and flee upstairs. When they leave the basement door, they block the door. Suddenly, they encounter the dog, who has been awakened. It chases them. They flee upstairs into a bedroom. Alex blocks the door. As Rocky escapes through a vent, Alex gets attacked and falls out of a window onto a skylight and is knocked out. As Rocky crawls through the vent, the dog follows in pursuit. Meanwhile, the veteran shoots out the skylight and corners him in the utility room. They both attack each other. Alex briefly disorientates the veteran, but is beaten. As the veteran is winning, he equips a pair of garden shears, stabbing Alex, which kills him. The dog pursues Rocky through the vent. She is dragged down from the vent and is captured. As the trio have all been killed, it seems that the veteran has won. Suddenly, Rocky wakes up, restrained. In the basement, it is revealed that Cindy was pregnant with a replacement for his daughter. Alex wakes up, survived by tricking him into stabbing Money's corpse. He picks up a weapon and tricks the dog, locking it into the room. The veteran dissolves Cindy in the floor and places a floorboard to cover her up. He hoists her up from the ground, promising to let her go after she gives him a child. He places fluid into a turkey baster, walking towards her, preparing to inseminate her. Suddenly, Alex knocks him out and handcuffs him. As the two take the backpack full of money and the alarm device, knowing that they can't contact the police, they leave. As Alex uses the key to open the front door, the veteran appears, shooting Alex dead. Rocky flees out. The dog pursues her. She jumps over a fence and retreats into the car. Realizing she is trapped, she plans an escape, locking the dog in the car. As she escapes, the veteran appears behind her, capturing her. She is dragged back through the street to the house. She is looking at her hand as she sees a ladybug, helping her find the alarm device. She takes the device, setting off the alarm system. The loud noise causes him to disorientate. Rocky picks up a crowbar, hitting him repeatedly. He tries shooting her, but as he runs out of ammo, Rocky strikes him on his head and pushes him into the basement. The gun fires into his side as he falls. Seeing that she killed him, she takes the money and leaves, escaping the police sirens in the distance. Later, Rocky and Diddy are sitting in a cafe. She watches the news, reporting about the robbery. The veteran is recovering in hospital and is under stable condition. It reports that 2 people attempted to rob and attack him, but in self-defense, he killed the 2 intruders. He does not mention Rocky, Cindy, or the stolen cash. Rocky and Diddy walk to board a train to start a new life. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like the video to help out the channel.